Right, here we go. This is the DJI Air 3S, a late February flight. We're going to see if we can get a little air up the Air 3S's skirt today. She likes to fly, and we're going to take her up for a short one here. Here we go. It's the last week of February, and we're going to take her for a flight over the park again. We'll get her up to 21 feet like DJI recommends and take her out. We'll see if we get a precision landing on the way back. Okay, I think she's found out where she needs to be. Let's go for a flight. A beautiful sky this morning. As you can see, partly cloudy. There's a front coming in from the north. We're headed due north right now. We've got the winds at our back. So what we're going to do today is we're going to fly over the park. You can see this burned area where they've done their prescribed burns to burn away the invasive weeds. And got that done. And another part of the park has been burned also. So we're going to kind of fly down this way and do something a little bit different today. We're going to do a little bit of crab flying. Crab walking is what I call it, crab flying, which is flying sideways. Because of the way the wind is blowing, we're just going to kind of let the wind take us. We're going to kind of fly sideways and see what we can see. We're going to head down this power line right away. Lots of deer in this area. We hold a managed hunt here every year. The Department of Conservation does. I think they took about 25 deer out of here this year. You can see the only thing green you see on this power line right away is the cedars, clumps of cedars. And the deer love to get in that stuff in bed. And it's a good place to look for sheds right along this right-of-way here. The deer come out and they'll walk up that right-of-way at night. They drop a lot of their sheds doing things like that. So we're going to take a view from above and see what we can see. We're going to drift down here. We see something we like already, and we can't help ourselves when we get going this way. There's two things I like when I fly, and one of them is water towers, and the other is railroad trains. Ooh, look at that pond there. I did not know that pond was in there. I have to take a look at that. I don't think that's quite on park property, though. It may be right on the edge of it. Let's see, there's a water tower there. Let's fly over there. It's one I like to fly around. We got the Air 3S out today, and we were fooling around with her the other day, and we have not reset the expo gain or anything on the control sticks. So it's going to be a little choppy today as far as control, but I'll get back to that and get them set the way they're supposed to be here pretty soon. I was fooling around and just checking out the different responses and stuff I got, and forgot to put it back, but we'll see what we can do on this manual rotation here. It's not going to be too good, but we'll get it done. Anyway, the winds are blowing 10 to 15 miles an hour from my right. So instead of flying into the wind after I get done with this rotation, we're going to try to crab walk across there, or crab fly across there, and we'll just kind of see what that does for us. I've always wanted to kind of just fly at an angle as much as I could and just get the feel for that. See if any different perspectives interest me. Anyway, it is, like I said, it's late February, last week of February, and we finally got some decent weather. The wind is not, too bad where you can't fly, but it has been. We've got another storm coming in the next 2 or 3 days. It's going to be an ice storm with mixed rain and sleet and rain and everything you can think of. So I thought I'd get another little flight out there for you real quick. Okay, we're going to complete our rotation around there, and now we're going to start our flying at an angle, I call it. We head over the woods this way and check out this big field here. Sometimes I'll find deer on the edge of these fields, but most of the time that's right at sunset or right at sunrise. They're getting back to their beds. There's turkey in this area too. Not as many as there once was. We've got a pretty good coyote population out here and skunk population that takes care of the turkey eggs. So we're not getting the turkey hatch we'd like to, but They are out here, and every once in a while you'll catch them, and especially in the spring. Now it's getting to be another month or two. They'll be out on the edges of these fields strutting. The toms will be. It'll be breeding season, and the toms will be strutting for the hens out there. It's a really beautiful sight. So hopefully we'll catch some of those in the next couple of months flying around the park here in the reserve. Now we're headed kind of sideways into the wind. You can see we're not flying straight. We're just kind of angling to the right, keeping that thumb just with a little right pressure on it there. And here we go, straighten out a little bit. Waiting for some color to come back. Now, I like flying this time of year because I can see things in the woods and the terrain that I can't see when I'm flying, when it's all greened up out there. Plus, when I get out here in the woods and get out there hiking and stuff like that, I don't have near as many bugs and ticks on me. So I kind of like this time of the year. I like it when it's I like to fly when it's in the 40s and 50s. That way my hands don't get too cold. And I can still get decent footage, Now we're going to take a look at this. This is the Midwest Research Institute. They grow supplements for... they grow ingredients to put in supplements. I'll put it that way, is what I understand. Very, very private place. They got all kinds of greenhouses there. You can see they got the tops off of them now. There's a nice pond they got there, a small lake. They don't allow anybody to fish in it, so I'm not going to hold my breath on that one. We just let the wind take us here. Kind of go with the wind here. There's a power right away there, and here's a shooting range down there on your right. It's not open right now. It's an outdoor range, and there's an indoor range also. I have not been there to shoot yet, but I plan on going there. And we're going to drift over this way a little bit and see if there's any trains on the tracks, and unfortunately, this time, I didn't catch any trains. I got there... got set up a little bit too late. I could hear the whistles blowing and stuff like that, and they were already past where I wanted to be. Uh-oh, I see another tower out there. Can you see it? Dead center? Can't resist. If I can't have a train, I got to have a tower. Anyway, we'll head over that way a little ways and see if we can kind of do a short orbit around it. I keep looking up and down these train tracks. Like I said, I had just set up a little bit too late, and I heard the whistles blowing, and unfortunately, I couldn't get up in the air in time. But hopefully the next flight I have will catch some trains in it. I'm going to try to schedule these trains out a little bit more. I love catching trains. When I was a kid, there was nothing more fun than going down the railroad tracks and putting pennies on the tracks and letting the trains run over them and see how big they were when they got done. They were giant. Of course, I wouldn't do anything like that. Friends I was with, they were doing it. I was just an innocent bystander, so to speak. Anyway, there it is. I've driven by that tower 1,000,000 times on Main Street, but I never have flown around it. So we're going to do a manual rotation of this tower too. As you can see, my stick control is not very good today because I don't have it set the way I want it, but it'll have to do. There's a good view of the area. There's that other water tower. See it? It's at the top of your screen now. We just flew around. So we'll see if we can get our orbit done here, our manual orbit. I'm not much for all the presets that are built into these drones now. I can do most of them what I want to do by manual flying, and I think it's a lot better for me. I have more fun doing it that way, and I get a little bit better control as far as me being able to do things like that, and I think it makes me a better flyer. So that's why you don't see me doing a lot of the presets. Anyway, let's head back over here by the railroad track. I'm kind of looking up there to see if I see any trains coming. Usually I hear them much further than I see them. But not today, not yet. They've been working on those tracks. They got them all done up real nice. Now pulled a lot of stuff out of them. Got a lot of the rock reset in there. We're going to fly over here by this big company here. Lots of big warehouses in this area, as you can see. I'm not sure what all of them do. One of them is a shipping area for U.S. toys or something like that. And the business up on the top right, that is, they're kind of a seal container plastic type of business. They make containers and plastic for sealing machines and things like that, I think. We're going to slide down the railroad track here. You got a nice little pond out there. Been looking for ponds. It's getting warm enough to start getting out there and casting a line now. So, boy, look at this. Just flying sideways, the whole deal. That's pretty cool, I think. I like that. I like seeing it change. Ooh, look at this. Solar panels. You think they got a few on the roof? Holy cow. I wonder what they're powering inside that plant with that. Not very many cars there for such a big, big building. You know, we're going to come back over the road here, and then we're going to slide over here to the right over these woods and over this right-of-way here. I see that through the woods. I like flying over those. A lot of times I'll catch deer and turkey out in them and all kinds of wildlife. So don't see anything right now, though. So nice cedar area there. Coming up, this will all be green in 2 months. You won't recognize this. So I'll take a look at it now. We'll be coming up on some houses here. The second house, not this house. The second house we're coming up on is my buddy's house, and he built this whole house and everything by hand, by himself. Guy's a hell of a carpenter is all I can say. Okay, we'll glide over here. We're going to come up to our lodge here, lodge I belong to, and we're busy today. Got some things going on there. So we're just going to kind of drift over it, and we're going to head back over the park area and the wildlife area. You can see where they've done the prescribed burn in this field too. How we cut around it for a fire break. That was burned 2-3 weeks ago, so it's starting to lighten up. You can tell that the undergrowth is starting to come back, which is good. That's what we want. And let's drift sideways over here a little bit more. Okay. It's a good bedding area for deer right here. The does like to bed in this area quite a bit. And I've hunted this area and taken quite a few deer out of it too during the managed hunt. So very nice area to hunt. Bow hunt, that is. Okay, we're coming up here, back over the park. There's the pond. Look how deep green it is. Boy, that's just almost an emerald green there. Take another look at it. You can see where the depth is. The darker the color, the deeper it is. This pond is full of little channel catfish that they stock, but it's also full of seaweed or whatever you want to call it, moss, and it's hard to fish. Okay, we're going to try to put her in return to home now. Let's see if we can get a precision landing here. Let's see. We'll stop right here and do that. Camera up. There we go. Yeah, you can see we're flying straight now. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little look. Like I said, the woods and the area is still quite brown, gray, not much color, but it'll get there. Give us a little bit more time. Hope you enjoyed the flight. Just a random flight with the Air 3S. I like her. She does better in the wind than my Mini 5 Pro. And she flies about the same. Okay, we're going to come in. There's a landing spot. Hey, there you go. Hope you enjoyed the flight. Treat others the way you want to be treated. That golden rule, boy. You follow it. It's hard to beat for everybody. So, okay, we'll get right over the pad here and let it do its thing. Okay, we're going to turn around, face the way it took off. Let's see if we get that precision landing. You all take care. We'll have more content out there for you in the coming weeks and months. Hope you enjoy these lazy flights. Here we go. Let's do camera up, and she should hit right on the pad. Take care, everybody. Be safe. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Boom.